Hi folks, I'm Toddy Buck Adams and this is SCOFF Outdoor Cooking. And today we're going to smoke up some cheese. I've never did it and it's quite of a challenging thing because it has to be cold smoked. And the SCOFF kind of works too good, it holds heat in, but we've smoked enough that I think we can accomplish this. I cut my wood up in like kindling, let it so I can build up a cold base and let it go down. Gonna lay some logs in there. I have artificial fan here. I got some wet sawdust. I'm gonna put my cheese on there, lower it down, put on my sawdust, and I think we can have a pretty good smoke for keeping under 100 degrees. And then maybe we'll just keep an eye on it, flip it. We just want a nice golden color. If you do it too long, you'll end up getting a crust on it. But if you get it too hot, you get over 100, it'll start melting on you. So it's kind of a tricky thing. I've never tried it, so we'll be learning together. So right now, it's only like 50 degrees up here. So we'll put our cheese on here. We have pepper jack, we have some Kobe, and we have some Kobe jack. So we'll kind of mix her up here. So it'll nice space between it. And like I said, I don't have much of a cold base here. Put the door on here. And like I said, we'll really have to watch that temperature. We don't want it to jump up on us. We just want a good smudge. And like I said, if our fire goes about out, we'll have the artificial fan there to give us some heat and get our fire going again. Just enough so to make some more fire. So we'll put our sawdust on here. Take a coal bed, spread it out here. Like I said, she's going to be smudging pretty good. Get it hooked up here. Like I said, we're just going to have to watch our temperature gauge and make sure that it don't start getting hot on us. So come back here in a little bit. We'll check in on and off and see how we're making out. Hi folks, it's been about 15 minutes now. As soon as we shut off the camera, I lowered that down all the way and the temperature raised right up. And so I end up taking water, pouring on my fire, dyeing it down. Right now we're at like 75 degrees. My cheese started to get a little tacky, it did. So I'm going to let this go a little bit longer, and then maybe I'll either that or I'll let it go a little bit longer and we'll flip it around and keep going. But if we can keep it right around there, I think we'll be doing pretty good. So not sure how long it's going to take, but come back and we'll see how we make out. Hi folks, it's been 45 minutes. We got a pretty good smudge going here now. We were holding, right now it's about 60 degrees, which is real good. My fire started dying down. The coals did, wasn't smoking that much, so I broke out my fan. And I only got a place over here in one spot where it's kind of burning. I don't have no flame or nothing, just smoldering. And it's working awesome. I moved this over to help keep the temperature down. So I think we're going to flip them. And looking good. We'll flip them over here. And stuck a little bit. But like I said, it's a learning adventure for me. And I think they'll be all right. So we'll put the door back on here. And just keep a watch on it. And just keep it turning. Like I said, we got a nice little smudge going there. So I don't know, it might take a couple hours, but they're starting to get a little bit of darkness to them. So come back then and see how they turn out. Hi folks, it's been about 2 hours and 5 minutes, and I believe the cheese is starting to turn out nice. We're going to pull it off. We are, and like I said, the bottom's in this. Since we got it under control, we had to first rough 15 minutes, but once we got going, we figured it out, and turned out pretty good, I believe. I believe what you want is a small coal base, and put some wood on it, green wood. We have to put water on it, dose it out, lower down your SCOFF before you put your cheese on, and see where your temperature is, then put your cheese on. For our last hour and 50 minutes, we've held like a 65-degree temperature. And show you folks here what they look like. Right here is when we first 15 minutes when we started up, got a little warm, but after we got going, and it just browned up nice. We never had anything. So you can cold smoke with a SCOFF, and you can do a little bit of everything. So until we meet again in some campground or backyard, you folks have a good one.